Do I remember the current storyline? I don't know, but let's find out. What? Okay. Rocket was taken. Oh, right. Rocket. I meant to be by myself, but I accidentally went somewhere I shouldn't have. Now they're all with me. Okay. I think I just go up and deal with them, right? Okay, I can't go up here just yet. Oh yes, I'm trying to find out where to go. Anna's. Oh! I remember where we were. Okay. Hold on. We're gonna start from the beginning. I remember where we are. It's a history lesson. Okay, we're starting from the beginning. This is gonna be a long thing, but we're gonna get through this. Okay. Anno 10. The satellites live inside the rock-solid core of the planet Saturn. They all wake up together and are inside in small clay pods. The first to leave their station and to dig upwards is Titan. Soon enough, all other satellites follow. Anno X plus N. They decided to open up their limited space by going upwards, digging at first. Tools were created with the materials found in the rock core, and they didn't need any energy to be operated. They were operated by humans. These humans were created in the satellite's image and made slaves of the satellites. These tools were then used to dig deeper upwards. The first tube is envisioned and the production for it has started. The tube was small and space was still a concern, since the satellites didn't know what was out there. Anno 1. The tube is complete, and now society is more stable. Scholars start to focus on the other fields of study, and start to pass down information about all the scientific transformations of their society by data registering. Scholars invent a calendar based on Jinn knowledge. A satellite called Mimas hears the hum of the whales that sing in the liquid zone of Saturn. With the opening of the tube, contact becomes a possibility. Those who can hear the whales create the religion of the hum. More and more pioneers want to explore what goes beyond the tube, being lured by the hum of the whale. Anno 30. Using materials from the core, the newly established society of scholars create their own exploration equipment. Claw catapults, drill ballistas, rock submarines, etc. etc. And exploration begins to become offhand, with many people doing it. These people are officially divided into a group called the Pioneers. Only they can operate exploration machinery. Satellites are their overseers. With every new explorer that pierces through the tube zone, the earthquake sees the peace of humans. Hence, a project to protect the tubes is created by scholars. A large rock mail coats the inside of the tube to lessen the deaths of our people. Anno 60. Ideas about branching the tube exploration are thoroughly analysed, but they cause severe damage to the central tube. Lateral or branching exploration is halted and deemed impossible. A syndicate of pioneers is created to seize the uncontrolled exploratory activity. Technology is developed so the head of the tube is always protected with a dome layer to avoid debris damage. Steam-based machines are created. Anno 90. Personal contact with the whale allowed the unification of the Syndicate of Pioneers, Association of Scholars and Overseers, and the religion of Humists. All tribes now walk under a single banner for the satellite's future and Titan's great plan of the tube's size expansion. Humanity numbers around 6 to 10,000. Satellite overseers appear younger than ever. Anno 120. The focus of humanity is entirely on expanding upwards, and the rock core is pierced countless times every day by pioneers. It gets to a point where contact is made with the liquid layer. Now starts a new age, the 30 years of rain. The rain causes irreparable damage, and many humans die from the flood and sheer contact with the liquid through unknown bacterial diseases. Humans and satellites begin to age. Pioneers are blamed for this, losing much social prestige, but still working every day in the name of the satellites. Ah, my people. Anno 150. Despite the consequences of elder satellites dying, other types of materials are tested to continue piercing through the tube zone, since the liquid just destroyed everything that touched it. New pioneers are being recruited from criminals to work on a dam. The dam is created, called the God Dam for its godly appeal, holding all the liquid at the top of the tube, seizing the constant rain. Religious Hummus construct a basilica at the spot, deemed sacred and holy. From that point onwards, a lot of conflict happens with those that are against the tube expansion, due to the massive damage that was being caused by it. Anno 180. Despite the discourse against the expansion, pioneers continue their movement upwards. Many die in the process due to the sheer pressure the liquid causes in their machinery. Satellites and scientists invent the eternal dome at the top of the tube, which can traverse through the liquid layer without taking any damage. This dome is transparent and all can see through it the creatures that live in the liquid layer. The expansion of the tube is possible is possible again without altering the highest point of the tube. This expansion now occurs through the liquid layer. Those who are against the expansion are now cast out to live in the bottom layers, such as the scrapyard zone. Humanity numbers around 25 to 50,000. Anno 210. First contact with liquid beings. First contact with intelligent life, nicknamed grumblers, humanoid walruses. Walrus were also explorers. Humans and the walrus created an alliance. The religious hummus say that the grumblers captured the origin of the sound waves they talked about ages ago. Oh. Anno 240. More species of liquid creatures are discovered, such as octopi and dingus, and some mingled in with the human society, going to live in tubes in the goddamn region. Agreements were made between grumblers and the satellite-backed scientist society for them to help in human exploration. Pioneers still work for them endlessly with new grumbler recruits. Anno 270. The religion of the Hum makes their first contact with a whale, after exploring the location where the sound waves came from, with the help of the octopi, another sea species. The octopi become a fundamental part of the scientist group. Research is done with sound waves produced by the whale. The exploration became harder on pioneers because of the high density of the liquid. Some of them ended up losing arms and legs and almost their entire bodies. Many theatre plays are made using that as slapstick comedy, since pioneers are now seen as lesser. Production of the mechanical human parts begin to replace lost limbs. Octopi are vital in this discovery. Anno 300. Something called a music box is invented. It's a box that captures the sound waves produced by the whale. This music box converts the sound waves into energy. They call that electricity. The electricity is then used to turn on neon lamps and to create fans, as well as power the mechanical human parts so they can work without human help. Food is made entirely out of electricity. Satellites become godlike figures for creating food out of sound, as the masses interpreted. Anno 330. Sentient mechanical beings are created out of the mechanical human parts. They are simply called robots or bots. The robot's first function is to reproduce the sound wave hummed by the whale so they can generate electricity. The artificial sound wave age begins. I don't know which way it goes. This way? Anno 360. Mass production of singing robots begins. They still require human-operated machines to be assembled. Robots sing day and night on top of buildings to resonate with the melody around the cities. Soundwave City is at the forefront of this revolutionary way of electrical production. Anno 390. A conflict between grumblers and humanity starts, where many upper-class humans see the grumblers as lower in intelligence and want to send them back to their natural habitat. First Grumbler Wars 391 to 394. Robots sing in human victory, the first national anthem. Grumblers are turned into slaves. Tube expansion continues. Anno 420. Last Grumbler Wars 423 to 438. Grumblers rebelling against slavery try to go against the humans. Separatist movement gains traction and small grumbler enclaves are established, constantly under siege by the satellite government. Many grumblers are sent to the lower parts of the tube, where only a few survive without the optimal watery environment they used to share with the upper class at the top of the tube. Castes are created. At the lowest point stands the outcasts, which include grumblers, elder humans who didn't die yet, and dingus newcomers. Above that are the pioneers, once again losing social status, but are still the only ones who are allowed to build structures. The middle-class Saturnians, who are mostly clueless of the truth, dealing with trade and crafts, they have already been brainwashed by the currency at this point. Hummus become higher ranking than scientists, at the top only below satellites, unchallenged in their positions for remaining immortal and of undeniable beauty. Anno 450. Although the tube expands upwards daily, the liquid hydrogen layer seems to never be over. An age of culture production starts. The first song for entertainment is composed, called The 3 Decades of Rain. Many Grumbler enclaves are dismantled. Grumblers now live almost exclusively in the scrapyard and sewer zones. Anno 480. A civil war, 497 to 482, is incited by those opposed to the caste system. The Sea Creatures Protection Association, SCPA, is created to suggest work laws for outcasts. The government refuses to budge and many civilians are killed by the authorities. The government wins the war using military robots and promising tiny bits of power to local pioneers to quell the rebellion. The immense technological advancement that occurred due to the war is used to upgrade the tube's quality as well as that of the musical robots, producing twice the amount of electricity per song now. Start of mass production of self-replicating robots that sing using electricity, generating a bizarre cycle of expansion of sound in society. Scholars invent electronic guns. Anno 510. Jukebox are created. Repurposed military and musical robots start to be sold to the upper class and be used for entertainment for the lower classes in the cities. Robots form indie bands with locals from areas of lower castes. The musical industry is created. Invention of musical instruments that can be used by the people as well as robots. Music can be produced by humans as well now. Creation of the guitar of 9 strings. Another national anthem is created in a post-war scenario to uplift the civilian spirits. Anno 540. The scientist Nihilus discovers the outer layer beyond the liquid layer. The expansion continues. Sea creatures living inside the tubes are mostly pacified at this point, with no means to challenge the overwhelming power of the satellite government that goes hand in hand with Hummanism. The religion of the Hum is stronger than ever now that music is accessible from anywhere. Music boxes are used to share music with those who can't produce it. They are recorded and saved in the box. Mass production of music boxes with the national anthems. The tubes has been expanded extensively now. Epimetheus' palace is built. Anno 570. The first explorer gets to the outer layer of the molecular hydrogen. In celebration, the robots sing on the roof once again. The religion of the Hum has an official cult session to celebrate the advances that humankind went through thanks to the hum of the whales. All must smile inside the tube. Hummism's symbol becomes a happy face. The first death of a cleric due to prolonged laughter is recorded. Ouch. Anno 600. Although everything seems peaceful, more pioneers died in the exploration towards the molecular hydrogen layer. Reformations are made to the top layer of the tube, which pierced through everything, causing much damage to it while in reconstruction. People are afraid and start to use music without control to generate more electricity. The electricity is then charged into modified music robots to be used in war. A second civil war, 606 to 628, happens where the civilians are trying to block the activities of the government in allegiance with the Scientist Association and the Pioneers Group. Rebellions against Hummanism take place. Many are against the mandatory head replacements for clerics, so they'll constantly smile. First Hummus church is closed. Local clerics say they're against using music for violence. A short truce was signed in 628 due to the government unpopularity. Treacherous songs are composed and performed by the rebels. Anno 630. A new musical association is instituted without the help of the religion of Hum. A schism between lawful Hummists allied to the satellites and scientists happens. Hummanism becomes mandatory in most government branches. Police forces begin to be trained as clerics to spread the word of the whale. Conversion of old Contras into unified Hummanism is going strong. Third Civil War, 633 to 645, Grumblers help the rebellious civilians in the Civil War. Grumblers learn how to sing. Government spreads misinformation to end the war. Rebels are encouraged to turn in their friends and family in exchange for social status. War is officially over, but persecution of rebel musicians remains strong. Anno 660. Any music not made to worship the whale is deemed heretical. A public musician genocide happens. Anyone that associates with the musical rebellion is killed. In their homes, in the streets, they're being severely hunted. Music is considered to be dead and prohibited. 75% of the police workforce is made up of clerics. Every single music robot is taken by the government or repurposed. Anno 690. The tube now reaches the outer layer of Saturn above the liquid layer. Big leakage of molecular hydrogen inside the tube. Humanity is in distress. Lots of humans die once again. The hydrogen plague is used to explain why so many musicians die while history is rewritten by the government to cover betrayals of governmental injustice against regular civilians. Church attributes their plague immunity to the head transplant technology. The hydrogen plague nearly exterminates humans. Grumblers, octopi and dingoes are unaffected. Anno 720. The Scientists Association develops a way to create newly evolved humans in the laboratory. Those newly evolved humans are called the doppelganger sparks, and they won't revolt against their creators as they're built without a sense of self-preservation. They're born in doubles and are always twins, and interconnected. Doppelganger sparks replace the necessity of generating electricity with music. The amount of electricity sparked on the birth of these new humans is enough for the government to effectively not need music anymore. The oldest humans who miraculously survived the plague are sent to the zones below, from lower castes and in harsher environments. The older, the lower caste. The castes now accommodate the newborn doppelganger sparks, with each pair being assigned to a caste and being born to serve a function. The high-ranking and monster clergy are slowly replaced by happy heads. Grumblers forget how to sing. Anno 750. Second batch of doppelganger sparks. Hydrogen plague is used as a political weapon to replace this old sterile population with the newer doppelganger twins. The doppelganger twins are not affected by the plague. The twins are brainwashed by the government, fit to complete their jobs and not to question their caste. They live in peace and without music, or without knowing about it. 100% of police and military are trained clerics, mindless summits of the satellites after extremely polished head transplants. Anno 780. Third batch of doppelganger sparks. Mostly 80% of the population is completely replaced by this time, save for outcasts. Anno 801. Present time. Nice! Achievement unlocked. Well, that was a good 15-20 minutes. Now, I believe nothing else here. And then we can try to find Panda. Or Pandora. Whatever name she's going by. Akasha spaceship control room. The key to understanding space-time is understanding one's own mind structure. Hey, you just chilling here? Prometheus. Fine, doppelganger. Have you waved goodbye to the wasted parts of the tube already? Remember that every great truth begins as heresy and ends as superstition. Oh. So we have no beef with him, apparently. Okay. So that's where the spaceship is. Perfect. The fuck is this? It looks like the rabbit's place. Oh, it is? No. Okay. Just looks like a very weird chateau. Okay. That's this part done. Let's check what's here. Is this Pandora? Where is Rocket? Where did you take him? Give me back my friend. Rocket? What's that? A rocket to fly? Are you playing dumb with me now? Rocket is my jukebot, obviously. He's with Sargon. Sargon, huh? The rocket must be safe. My dolls, my dolls. You are all my dolls. Father, why haven't you been visiting me? I know you are no longer with me. You must think I have betrayed you. I, your favourite. Through the shackles I put you in, I can only hear your pained whisper. So faint, barely intelligible. You still exist within a place that's not my own, and yet, my shivering body can feel your loving embrace. You promised you would come to see my game this time, that you would save me if I succeeded. She will sing for us, Father. I found a perfect bug, broken enough to be used by us. It's all for our great plan. Not Titan, ours. I've been breeding bugs for so long, but they all became viruses, minus this one. She can sing, Father. She can. Her voice is so beautiful, silky and perfectly flawless. She sounds like the angel of death coming to charge for the lives we've stolen. She is not junk. She is my perfect doll. I am not your doll, Pandora. You're out of your mind. Bobo, my lovely little doll, you have arrived. It's not time for the tea party just yet, so feel free to roam around. Be careful, my baby, he loves to bite. If you only had one slot to back up one of your friends, who would you choose? I can't simply choose between one and the other, can I? They're all my friends. I want everyone backed up. Well, consider you have no choice. Or rather, if you could only take one of them with you on the spaceship that's leaving Saturn, who would you bring with you? Oh no. Listen, Rocket's cool and all, but I'd have to take Dealer. Dealer's been doing a lot of stuff to keep everyone safe. But I also don't want to abandon Rocket. He's already been abandoned once. You know what? No, fuck Dealer, Rocket. You might have seen me in the forest before, you know, forgotten technology. I'm a residual state of matter belonging to that place, but Pandora requested to have me. I had to come, but I don't know for how long I shall last outside of the forest. At what cost, really, when all I do all day is watch Pandora knitting and breaking her dolls. She's like a reckless child in an adult's body. I wish I could return to my friends. Is there any way I can help you? No, there is not, but I appreciate your kindness. Ah. So this is the one that bites, huh? The flying baby head does baby noises. Okay. It's good to know. Ah, so that's now open for us. Perfect. But I want to explore... Have I explored this side? I can't remember. Oh, I spoke to this lady. And this is just a turning pot. Okay, nope, it was this way. Let's go up. The Eternal Throne. Knock knock. Emperor. Or should I say Titan. Saturn 6? The sixth son of Saturn, but the only one not to come out as a failure. Because you killed every single brother and sister of yours that came before you. You ate them in your assimilation ritual. Just to become the strongest of them all, the closest to your father, Saturn. Saturn tried to rewind time to bring those you ate back, and you threatened to break the clock, and lock you both in an inescapable loop. You made yourself powerful enough to make even Saturn respond to you, the most notorious figure of the satellite system. Do you wonder how I know all of this? Although the Institute blocked my access to knowledge since I wasn't in the correct caste for that, I stole books at the Institute and learned how to read by myself. It was hard, but necessary. I knew it would prove useful. I learned first and I taught Dealer. We then taught all the scrapyard kids that were at the Institute how to read. They didn't understand the purpose of reading when the system told them not to. Maybe it was useless for most of them, but not for me. I've visited all of the zones of the tube. I've seen all kinds of people, all kinds of realities. And from what I've seen and read, you've been administrating our tube poorly. The satellites under your command are corrupt and need to be taken out of power. Tethys ordered Sargon to kidnap me so she could eat my carcass. My brother was kidnapped by Telesto and lost his arm in the process. I was controlled, stripped of my will, and almost killed by Epimetheus. Me and my fellow scrapyardigans have been hunted by the police in every zone we've been to. And for what? The crime of being bugged when I was made this way by you, yourself. Your people also kidnapped and hurt Rocket, snatching him of his memories and damaging his floppy disk. Forcing your own son, the prince, against his will to hunt me and prove his allegiance. And last but not least, locking the jinns within the confines of the music boxes to seal away music. the only thing that could bring back power to the people, and the only thing you could use against them. For all of these crimes, I will punish you, Father. And I'm sure you're appalled by the idea that you are vital in my creation, the creation of this bug. You always appeared to me as a nearly featureless figure. From a distance, or from the distance you opposed upon your subjects, you were nothing but an idea. You veiled yourself with a thick haze, created an illusion of what was towering over us, a father to watch over us all. And as a father, you served your purpose well. You were absent, opaque, and rigid to those you've created, made us to serve you, but when you've abandoned us once we started asking for more, be that humans or doppelgangers, you've abandoned us all. Oh no, is he dead? Does he not actually exist? What is the twist that's coming? Silence is all I receive from you. I guess, why would you answer a mere sandfly from the slums? I've waited for this day, my whole life, the day where I would finally see you in the flesh. I've been rehearsing what kinds of words I would say to you. But now that I'm finally here, now that I've seen the path you've left behind you, there's nothing more to say. You've not only abandoned us, the people of Saturn, but you also made us suffer through your misguided decisions. You put us through hell by detaching the scrapyard zone. You got rid of such a large part of the population, and for what? What do you gain from your revenge? Huh? Answer me. What? What is this? Titan, he's dead? Oh my. Look, Prometheus, we have visitors. When was the last time? Not too long ago. What is this? What did you do to Titan? Why is he... Well, it has all been an illusion, projected by me, in the name of my beloved Pandora. Epimetheus, are you trying to take credit here after what you've done? No, Pandora, please allow me to explain. I didn't mean to upset you. You know how much I love you. Weren't you dead, dude? No, your brilliant brother locked me inside a data pod on the Keybase network, so I always had a chance to escape. He never found out how to get rid of me. Dealer, you can't do one thing by yourself, man. Now, where were we? Ah yes, the deceit. All this time, you've been imagining he's alive, watching over you, paying attention to your every move, when he's been gone all along. How shocking. It can't be true. Titan is dead, my dear, and that has been the truth for many years now. But how? His projections. He was the one to order the scrapyard zone gone. All this time I spent thinking on my revenge. His words were always my own, my sweet little doll. I ordered the detachment of the scrapyard zone. A fake AI generated projection was used based off of his original avatar and voice bank. How did you get this past the other satellites? They don't need to know, they're all fools following Titan blindly. And each zone of the tube gets to enjoy announcements from the deceased emperor. No suffering, everyone is happy. People just want someone in power with clear ideas to believe and follow. The weight of choice to be taken from them. Pandora simply had the idea to alleviate their suffering. You couldn't possibly blame her for wanting what's best for her people. It was easy to make it sound like him as well. Titan has always been the most tedious of us all. I don't understand why Father Saturn doted on him so much. That's why I murdered him myself. I mean, I had help, of course, from my devoted husband. My sunshine, you are my everything. I shall follow your designs until the end of time. You will never be enough for her, Prometheus. She will always need me. Stop this right this instant, brother, if you don't wish for me to kill my own kin. Stop, you two. This is ridiculous in front of our guest. Pandora, you've murdered Titan? Well, that was long before I even sparked you. Sparked me? You are my creator? Yes, indeed. I am the god of the spark, the one to give life to doppelgangers. You came out as a failure in the spark distribution. Just our luck. Me and Pandora have been trying to relentlessly generate a doppelganger of faulty string of DNA, one who can sing and produce infinite electricity for us. It was quite complicated. The formulas to make those like you were lost. But we found a way to generate your DNA through the Algol 60. short for Algorithmic Language 1960. It was an ancient programming language created before many that we currently use, but that was the only one the prince hadn't explored yet, so we had to give it a try. Soon enough, we found results. You, 8080, are special, a precious resource in this world. Being able to spark you has been a miracle. Once I give you to Father Saturn, he will make me his favourite once again. Won't he, Prometheus? Of course, my sunshine. You are Saturn's greatest daughter. There's nothing you can't do. Your father would be a madman not to recognise that. You are already my favourite, Pandora. Take my wife's name out of your mouth. Why are we witnessing a fucking domestic thing? Bobo is having a crash out that the Titan was already dead and these guys are just fighting over their wife. A precious resource. What do you mean by that? Because I can produce electricity with my song? Bingo, doppelganger. I won't live as a slave to Saturn, producing electricity for him. You will do as I say, my precious doll. You are nothing if I don't give you purpose. Saturn is the Lord of Death, and he will come for us all, but as long as you work for him, the world's clock will have enough electricity to function while our spaceship relocates to Nibiru. Our immortality shield will be perpetually active as long as you fulfill your duty. This is in fact the great project that Titan so obnoxiously talked about. To be above time, above death, and above matter. Until one day I felt his weak body against mine, crumbling under my claws. His weakness was always his limited time. He loved me dearly, and well, for me he was a useful tool. Like Prometheus here, or Epimetheus. Yes, my beloved, I will always serve you with all my might. No, I'll be the one to serve her. So all we know is that his great project was never successful. But I have you, so Father will surely show himself to me again, and give me back my place as next in line for the throne. Chain Prince? Oh, not so fast. You are not next in line for the throne, Pandora. I am. Oh, here comes the rebellious pupil. Blah blah blah, where daddy doesn't love me. I never said that, in fact I'm against my father. Don't waste your time, she's beyond madness now. She killed Titan. I know, but it's not what you think it is, Bobo. Pandora doesn't have all the information. Father has been keeping her out of the loop. For now, I will protect the crown. Spare us with a talk about birthrights, Cronus. You are not fit to rule, nor is Hyperion, that brute. I am. Pandora, you are beyond reason. Do you think that playing with your dolls gave you any idea of how it is to rule an empire? You will always be nothing but a child whining for a daddy. I am not a child, stop disrespecting me, Hyperion. You are so full of envy because Father loves me more. I will not take those who slander my wife lightly. Why are you working with the prince now, Hyperion? I thought you were better than that. As I recall, you used to hate his guts. I do, deeply. He is beyond repenting for his stupidity, but he is the enemy of my enemies. And I will not allow Pandora to fool the satellites any longer. Titan is alive, Pandora. You know nothing, you vermin, because Father Saturn kept you out of the loop. Oh shit, so he is alive. Vermin? If you can't respect the sanctity of the succession line, then what will become of the satellite institution? You can only think of the sanctity of the state when it benefits you. When you decided to experiment on doppelgangers, creating those viruses instead, you thought nothing of the sanctity of our gift of creation. All the satellites packed. Me and Prometheus are the rightful rulers of the Saturnian throne. See, Hyperion? She will invite just about anyone to take the crown. You insolent, pathetic, whiny little child. Always asking for Hyperion for help. Kill him, Prometheus. I can't stand to listen to his voice anymore. It is too much like Titan's. Yes, my sunshine, please rest while I take care of this minor inconvenience. Don't even think of taking all the credit. Okay. An error code seemed to have popped up. What? What do you mean an error? Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna hope it auto-saved at some point. This is really, really awkward. Let me change it to this one. Oh, okay, hold on. I think that was too much lore for even the system to handle, honestly. Okay. Opening screen. Are we here? Ah, come on. There we go. There we go. Okay, so. Oh no. Okay, you know what? I've already got the achievement. I don't need to redo this. I doubt not having the law will change anything game-wise. Okay, let's just... What? Why is she... Okay, fine. I'm gonna leave that alone. Don't know why she's chilling there all of a sudden. What was here? Oh, this is just... Prometheus chilling out. Yes, yes, yes. Oh no, that's the chateau. Chateau. Okay, let's go. Do I need to go? What? Do I need to redo the whole freaking thing? Okay, fine, fine. We're gonna skip through this. Yes, yes, tell me. Oh my god, wow. Okay. The world starts. Oh, look at those houses. So cool. So wild. The tube visualized. Materials. La la la. No! I didn't mean to press it again. Perfect. My boys, the pioneers, getting used. God, maybe I should save after this. This is just in case. This has not happened before, so I was very confused why it crashed. Yes. These liquid ones. The whales. Music boxes are invented. Love that for us. God damn it. Damn, look at all those mass-produced robots. Why is Sargon there though? Was he just like there? Was he part of the Grumbler Wars? Was that it? Shit. Lived a long life. Okay. Song created. Mass production. Jukebox created. Scientists. Ooh, scientists. Okay. Epimetheus Palace is built. That definitely needed to be recorded in history, clearly. Okay. Yes, yes, the humism is spreading. Clericopters. Okay. Wait, I hope it didn't glitch because I have these two with me and I'm meant to be by myself. Because that's not good and I don't have a previous save. Okay. Let's give it a go. Okay, let's save. Now let's go back. Is she still there? No, she's gone, so maybe I can go upstairs now. I can go to her room. Yes. She'll ask me who I want to save. I'll be like, I'll save Rocket. Ah, yes, yes, yes. It is very too cutesy in here, just like enough to be off-putting, basically. Rocket, please. He's been through enough. Dealer would understand. I just want to talk to a unicorn again because I kind of feel bad for them. And there's just a weird ass. Oh, did not know that was something I could do. Flying baby head. Alright, now let's do this again. We were in a dramatic moment. Oh gosh. The auto isn't even that fast, so I'm gonna vigorously click through this like I'm playing a rhythm game. Yes. So sad, Bobo. Tell him your story. Tell him what you felt about the people, your existence before the husband and wife and the ex-husband come along. Yes, yes, yes. Gasp. He looks like a scarecrow. Oh, it seems like the next fight was going to be us against Prometheus and Epimetheus. Hopefully with the prince on our side. Maybe Hyperion as well, but you know, we'll see about that one. Not gonna lie though, when Epimetheus says that this was all just his illusion, I was worried that the whole thing from Epimetheus' palace to this point was an illusion, and there was actually secretly more things to do. Come on. Yes, my wife, my sunshine, love of my life, blah blah blah. I'm clearly the better husband, and so on, and so forth. Okay, these two are here. It's not what you think, he is alive. Sargon's clearly doing something in the background if these two are here. He's running around unsupervised. Again! Yeah, I think I broke this. I have done something to accidentally break this. No. It's because I went back and I talked to Sargon and then they just reappeared. Ah. I was right at the end. I hope it was the end. I didn't even know what ending I was gonna get. Yeah, there's... Oh, how annoying. Okay. What if I... What if... Hold on, hold on. This is not going well. Fine. Okay, so it seems like this was let me change it to this one. There we go. Let me see if this has happened before. Keylocker. Ah, well. Okay. Can't do much. I will need to... Oh my god, I don't know if it's something that can be fixed. I don't think so. I think it's just something I'm just gonna have to... Maybe just leave this game as not done. That's gonna piss me off. Oh, okay, fine. Next time, will I continue this? Highly unlikely. Annoyingly. I don't know, man. We'll just have to see. Maybe I'll just start something else. But I've invested a lot of time into this. I thought I'd at least get to the end. But, okay. Out of my control. Sorry, guys. Maybe, I don't know what we'll have to do with this. Maybe I'll just move on. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, thanks for listening anyway.